Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
So glad you can join us. Vaccine boosters are approved to be used interchangeably in Trinidad and Tobago. This story takes the lead in today's edition of Caribbean Perspective on Friday, 24th December 2021. Details when we return.
Conveniently located in the Grand Anne Shopping Center, for over 40 years, Food Fair has provided quality service at affordable prices. Now, grocery shopping is made easier and more convenient from the Food Fair web store.
Hey, babe. Listen, I need you to go down to Food Fair to get some groceries.
All right, no problem. Right away.
Thanks, babe. What are you doing? You're supposed to be going Food Fair to get a grocery, man.
I am, but didn't you know you can order your groceries online from the Food Fair web store?
Are you serious?
Of course. All you have to do is just to log on to www.foodfair.gd with credit card in hand, and with an order of $100 or more, Food Fair Grand Anse will deliver up to 3 miles away. And you don't even have to worry about your information, you know. Their safety measures are excellent.
So hold on. You just order online and Food Fair will deliver to you?
Yep.
Oh, baby, better hurry up and order, man.
I already did. They should be here any minute now.
Enjoy easy online shopping anytime from your home or office from the Food Fair web store. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
Welcome back. It may have come as good news to many that Trinidad and Tobago is now allowing any WHO-approved vaccine to be used interchangeably under the booster program, with a few exceptions. However, the Chief Medical Officer says there are certain elements which should be considered before people decide what brand of vaccine they would like to take as a booster shot. TV6's Alicia Boucher has more in this report.
Boosters are being given for Sinopharm, Pfizer and AstraZeneca 6 months after second dose, while for J&J it is 2 months after the first dose. According to Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parasram, while fully vaccinated people can now take any booster shot of their choice among the brands of vaccines being offered in TNT, there are factors to consider in relation to health and travel.
Although we are looking at all the combinations just to seek the counsel of your healthcare worker before you actually go into the site to determine which combination is best for you in terms of safety and efficacy. And also look at the travel requirements. For example, if you're looking to travel to other countries, which combinations they are accepting as well before you go ahead and have your final vaccine.
At this time, pregnant women would be limited to Pfizer for both primary doses and their booster. As it relates to breastfeeding women,
as you know, both the Sinopharm vaccines and the Pfizer vaccines have been approved for breastfeeding mothers. The Pfizer alone for pregnancy. So there can be some mixing after delivery of the baby into that status. So you can use both Sinopharm and Pfizer.
The AstraZeneca vaccine is not presently in the system, so people who received that brand could be boosted with any of the other available brands. The Ministry of Health has reported that its booster program is well on course. You can receive your booster shot at several locations.
You could have it at 2 locations in the Northwest. That's the Queen Park, Savannah Paddock, and the Hazley Crawford Stadium. At the ERHA, you could have it at the Sandy Grande Civic Center, Hanjarad Sumer Singh Multipurpose Complex, Mayaro Sporting Facility in the North Central Regional at the Costat Eldorado site, Larry Gomes Stadium, Wallerfield International Racecourse, UTT Chagones Campus, at the Southwest Facility, SAPA, Southwest Regional Indoor Sporting Arena, Point Fortin, and the Davie Health Center, and the TRJ at the Scarborough Health.
The Director General of the World Health Organization says what he calls blanket booster programs are likely to prolong the COVID-19 pandemic by diverting supply to countries that already have high levels of vaccination coverage. He said this will give the virus more opportunity to spread and mutate. The Director General says no country can boost its way out of the pandemic. Jewel Brown of TV6 News reports.
During a news briefing in Geneva, Switzerland on Wednesday, the Director General of the World Health Organization made an announcement that strikes at the core of the organization's call for equity in the vaccination against COVID-19 across the globe.
Blanket booster programs are likely to prolong the pandemic rather than ending it by diverting supply to countries that already have high levels of vaccination coverage, giving the virus more opportunity to spread and mutate.
COVID-19 vaccine booster programs are presently underway in many parts of the world where the Omicron variant is present in addition to the Delta variant.
It's important to remember that the vast majority of hospitalizations and deaths are in unvaccinated people, not unboosted people. And we must be very clear that the vaccines we have remain effective against both the Delta and Omicron variants.
In Trinidad and Tobago, a targeted approach was undertaken by the government that saw an additional dose first provided to those fully vaccinated against COVID-19 over the age of 60 and or immunocompromised before being made available to the wider public of those fully vaccinated on a phased basis. CNBC is reporting that health officials in the United States are promoting vaccine booster shots for all residents over the age of 16 amid a surge in COVID cases driven by the Omicron strain. CNBC and other international media outlets are reporting that Israel announced that it would offer a fourth dose of COVID-19 vaccines to people older than 60. The WHO Director General's statement on Wednesday made no mention of any particular nation with regard to the issue of COVID vaccine boosters.
A strategic advisory group of experts on immunization, or SAGE, is issuing an interim statement on booster dose. SAGE concluded that the focus of immunization must remain on decreasing deaths and severe disease, and expressed concern that blanket booster programs will exacerbate vaccine inequity.
Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
Jamaica's hospitals are bracing for a fourth wave. More in this TVJ News item.
Bracing for a fourth wave. That's the worrying reality healthcare facilities face just 4 months after being strained by a spike in COVID-19 patients in the summer. But as they brace, they're also pleading with residents to obey the rules to prevent hospitalizations and deaths. During the COVID spike in August and September, 8 hospitals, including the Port Maria Hospital in St. Mary, were listed as being in the red zone. This as some had passed their full bed capacity due to COVID patients. With the threat of a fourth wave driven by the Omicron variant, these hospitals are again bracing for the worst.
We learned from the last surge with the issue of oxygen, and we have made and put in place already plans to deal with additional supplies of oxygen.
Senior Medical Officer at the Port Maria Hospital, Dr. Sidney Powell, explained to TVJ News that every effort is being made to secure the necessary equipment and supplies as patient load is expected to increase after the holiday season. As a Type C facility, Port Maria Hospital is a holding area for positive COVID-19 patients until a tertiary healthcare facility is available to accept them. That increases the likelihood of overcrowding.
Looking back at our maximum surge, counting the numbers, how much oxygen we would utilize, and therefore backtracking with that, with the daily PPE usage rate, and therefore coming up now with a figure for a surge.
The new Omicron variant, coupled with relaxed curfew hours for the festive season, make a deadly fourth wave seem imminent. But while hospitals may be preparing, Dr. Powell says preventing the spread of COVID-19 is the real solution. It's why the healthcare workers are again pleading with residents to obey the COVID prevention measures.
Do not exceed the prescribed hours, please. That's one. We would have seen, even before the extended hours, gunshot wounds, motor vehicle accidents coming way outside past the curfew hours. Avoid crowded areas if you can. Observe the physical distancing guidelines. Wear your masks and walk with a bottle of hand sanitizer. I'm looking for mine right here.
Additionally, he's repeating the call for persons who have not been vaccinated to do so as the jab lowers the probability of being hospitalized if one is exposed to the virus.
Antiguan official points to improvements in vaccination card unit.
Senior Clerk Oret Mickle provides an update for the period 6th to 20th December.
So far it's going good. We have over 5,000 cards that are already printed and over 4,000 that are already collected as well.
Mickle says there has been an uptick in applications with over 1,500 emails to be processed. Vaccination card unit manager Michelle Warner-Morris says there's been an increase in the turnout of applicants under the new same-day system.
On a daily basis, we're averaging almost 600 persons per day, where they're coming in, they're dealing with the clerks. The clerks are able to process the cards, and they're walking out with the cards in their hands.
Warner-Morris says it's been overwhelming, as individuals are opting to visit the unit instead of emailing their requests. She's encouraging people to continue emailing their submissions. The vaccination card unit manager says the response from applicants has been favorable, being able to leave with their cards. The introduction of a Trace Vax card email is also allowing for the processing of long outstanding requests.
If you would have submitted your card and have not received a response within a month's time, you can simply send an email to tracevaxcard@ab.gov.ag.
Warner-Morris says those emails will be checked daily and the cards quickly processed.
And the clerks have been doing a phenomenal job handling the crowd and getting the cards created.
The vaccination card unit manager says over 27,000 cards have been printed, and the aim is for 30,000 by year end. Sherilyn Beezer reporting for ABS News.
An Antiguan Senator, Scholl, assesses pandemic response and recovery in Antigua and Barbuda. More in this ABS News report.
Look at our figures compared to the rest of the Caribbean and the rest of the world. Look at our figures, and that is not sheer luck.
Government Senator Philip Scholl is praising the Gaston Brown administration for its efforts to get the economy back on track despite the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic.
Antigua will bounce back and bounce back quickly. Look again. You need to go on the ground. You need to see what's happening in Antigua. Look at the commerce since as they come back to the cruise ships and the hotels are filling back up. And as long as they fill, you think they're not going to re-employ the people or reinstate the jobs that were lost?
A testament to the country's resilience, he adds, is the payment of government salaries over the last 18 months. However, he acknowledges the pandemic has impacted the Social Security Board.
Public sector workers were paid. Yes, for sure that the Social Security fell behind. And the reason the Social Security would have fallen behind, because less people contributing. But they have persons in this country who collecting people's Social Security and not paying it in.
As the country looks towards further economic revival in 2022, Senator Scholl is hopeful discussions will take a more bipartisan approach.
People in this country who wanted help got help. Right? The problem here is social media and the opposition taking an opportunity to just talk for the sake of talking.
Rakib Aparicio reporting for ABS News.
Conveniently located in the Grand Shopping Center, for over 40 years, Food Fair has provided quality service at affordable prices. Now, grocery shopping is made easier and more convenient from the Food Fair web store.
Hey, babe. Listen, I need you to go down to Food Fair to get some groceries.
All right, no problem. Right away.
Thanks, babe. What are you doing? You're supposed to be going Food Fair to get a grocery, man.
I am, but didn't you know you can order your groceries online from the Food Fair web store?
Are you serious?
Of course. All you have to do is just to log on to www.foodfair.gd with credit card in hand, and with an order of $100 or more, Food Fair grants will deliver up to 3 miles away. And you don't even have to worry about your information, you know. Their safety measures are excellent.
So hold on. You just order online and Food Fair will deliver to you?
Yep.
Oh, baby, better hurry up and order, man.
I already did. They should be here any minute now.
Enjoy easy online shopping anytime from your home or office from the Food Fair web store. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
Hi, am Eddie Frederick, wishing you a restful weekend. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please continue to log on to CaribbeanPerspective.com for more daily news and more.